I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck. Let's do it.
What are you doing? Come on, you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. I need you to switch back on. Get focused.
Let's do it.
Ow! Yo, yo, this is wild.
What are you doing? Come on, do your epic. Come on, be smart.
And time.
Okay, now you're switching off. Let's get out there, get your boxing back.
Let's go.
Switch starts, that's it. What we do in the gym. You know you can do it in the gym. Be confident. That's it, nice and smooth. Stay that way now.
Well, there it is. Damn.
I don't know what they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like pounds, just told them with a squad get scolded. War with the Lord, not an omen. Still might have to grill a brother like Foreman. When my dogs start rioting, leaves will be falling off trees. You'd think that it's autumn. Yo, I can't stand these rap boys, feel to eliminate all. I'm trying to raise this stat boy, so tall that it might fall. Top striker, man, I lick off the goal, so anything I say, I get shook on more.
All right, let's see if that was just the network. I mean, like my network or someone else. 9 times out of 10 is mine. Let's see that.
When my dogs start rioting, leaves will be falling off trees. You'd think that it's autumn. I don't know what they thought. squad get scolded. War with the Lord, not our omen. Still might have to grill a brother like Foreman. When my dogs start rioting, leaves will be 4 5s and night gloves slapped on. Soon put chef on the map, son. Don't pop with too many brothers, they cap enough. Dog, I don't care about the past, act bad in the present, and you can get wrapped up. I don't deal with pests. Man got enough fertilizer for them.
As the sun sets, we welcome you on this beautiful afternoon to Falcor Bay. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
About time too.
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's Charlie the Eagle Edwards. He comes in 168. Approaching the ring, we've got...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, introducing from London, England, a flyweight world champion, Charlie.
And of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little extra strain on both of these fighters' conditioning.
Right. Listen.
And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. The bravery being shown here is just incredible.
Yeah, it's me. I don't want to call him, so.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be
now that I know
aggressive
what's me,
now.
I'm going to just work with the lag, you know what I mean?
This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
That punch landed. They blocked the left there.
Hey, man. Yeah, I feel like that because I feel as though I'm supposed to win
Nice exchange.
anything I'm doing.
In this round. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Straight right just misses. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Perfect counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance.
Here we go. It's round 2. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. This fighter has that swarmer's mentality, taking away an opponent's reach, getting on the inside and just banging and banging and banging.
You fight a swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
They have no respect for each other's punching power. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. That punch is beginning to take its toll. catch and shoot. Oh, wait a minute. Bam is hurt. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
There's the bell to start round 3. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Jab slightly off target. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Good one. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Well done with that counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Edwards in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that? There's the bell for round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Punch caught him clean. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
How about that time counter shot? You'd like to see more jabs. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That counter shot lands. No rest for the weary. Both going for the KO. It's so obvious. One punch can change. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think...
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Trying to land that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Straight right just misses. A perfect counter lands. They both want the knockout. They exchange punches. Drop their guard, they get caught. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. He threw a punch and just got countered. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. There's the bell for round 6. Got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Both men step back for just a moment. Nice counter shot. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Beautiful counter punch. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
So one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap.
Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do it about it.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's still on.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, but look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. He just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. In that last round. The corner hasn't thrown in the towel yet, so I guess he's coming out for another round.
Unbelievable heart, knocked down twice.
Okay, I'm happy. Like that, man. The jab's working nice.
Here comes round 7. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not down twice?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skillful.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Charlie Edwards rocked. He couldn't take anymore, and Charlie Edwards goes to the canvas. And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not.
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fight.
Round 8, and we're off again. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Oh, Bam is rocked. And down goes Bam. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back.